Hi, Jill here with Sunflower Quilts. Today I wanted to show you how to cut a large 30-inch square from about almost a yard of fabric, 44-inch fabric. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure it's pressed really well and the selvages have been matched up and we've got a nice press crease down at the fold on the width, and then we also want to press the lengthwise because we need to have a nice fold here since we need 30 inches. It'll just be so much easier to use a smaller piece of fabric to be able to cut. It's so much easier to control. Now most of you probably have a 6 by 24 inch ruler, and that's great. We'll use that today. You'll also need an additional ruler just as a kind of a crutch and another guide to get to your 15-inch mark, and I'll show you how to work those. However, if you have a larger ruler, it's great to invest in your 6 by 24 inch ruler, but it's also a good idea to invest in a 15-inch square ruler. They're great. We use these two rulers the most, and it really would be beneficial for you to get it. So we've got our rulers, and we need to cut a 15-inch square because this is folded, and that way it will become 30 inches. So instead of having to cut out a 30-inch, I only have 24 inches to work with this way, and 6 this. It would be very awkward, and I'll guarantee you my square would not be square. But this way makes it a lot easier to keep square. So make sure that these two fold lines are equal together because we're going to use it as a squaring up line as well. And also this fold is also going to be used as a line to help square up with. So we have a 6-inch ruler by 24, but we do have 24 inches this way. So we need to cut 15 inches. We're going to go ahead and cut the lengthwise first to get that to 30 inches. So we'll find 15 inches on our ruler, our 6 by 24 ruler, and we're going to place the 15 inches along this fold line, and just make sure if it looks like it's wobbly, go back and repress it. It's really important to have a nice crisp straight fold when cutting this large. It just will make life so much easier. Then down here I'm going to place the 1/2 inch mark on the bottom of my folds that are down at here, and 15 inch along this line. That means that we have to cut about 1.5 inches off this side to get our 30 inches. But how are we going to do that if we don't have, I'm not doing 6 inch, that's crazy. So we'll take your other additional ruler, whatever kind you have, and just butt it up to this ruler, making sure that it's lined up. And how you can do that is you can line your lines up to make sure they're equal and that type of thing. Hold down on your smaller ruler and remove this carefully. Don't move the fabric or anything. Just be real cautious. Then you're going to take it and you'll put it alongside this ruler. Butt it up along the long lengthwise, but scoot it down because we want to remain square. So we're going to use the fold down here for our 1/2 inch line, just to make sure it's square. Now you can put pressure on your larger ruler, remove this one, and you will be able to cut your 15 inch this way. Now you'll have your 30 inches. Once it's opened, you will have 30 inches. But before we go and open it and get so excited, while everything's nice and neat and stable, let's go ahead and cut our 15 inches along the width of the fabric. So we're going to start again. We'll take our 15 inches on our 6-inch ruler, 6 by 24 inch ruler, and we're going to find the 15 inch line along with the fold. Or you could use this as your guideline as well. But since we've been using the fold, let's continue with it and stay consistent. In quilting, we want to be consistent. So we'll put the 15-inch mark here on the folds at the bottom and the 1/2 inch along this fold. And just take your time. If it doesn't seem to work like as easily as it did the first time you cut along your lengthwise, then go back and readjust your fabric. It might have got shifted just a little bit. Then you'll take this, so there's our 15 inches. We'll take this ruler again and place it here, and darn it, it's not quite long enough to make that full cut. So what do you think we'll do? Put pressure along here, take this other ruler and place it, this is the 15-inch line we'll have to cut, and place it there. And you can keep it square by making sure you're square along your fold line. Remove this ruler and just remember, you're not cutting down here, you're cutting up here because you need your 15 inches. And then we'll go ahead and cut. Remove your excess, and you can use that for another project. And then you will have your 30-inch square of fabric. You can go and get it, press it nice and everything, but it really is a good way to stay square cutting large units. Just use the guidelines on your ruler, not your mat. I hope this helped.